Hello YouTubers, you are watching Just Do It Yourself channel. Today we have 2019 Ford Escape and we are replacing tire rod ends on both sides. So let's get to it. So those lug nuts are 19 mil. We'll use 3/4 since they have that chrome cover on top of those, so they may be really difficult to remove. So even 20 mil potentially might work. Depends on the condition of those lug nuts. The rest we will remove by hand, and obviously the car is jacked up and on a jack stand, so you want to have the wheel off the ground, obviously. Okay, so there's our outer tie rod end. I'll just clean the thread on the inner one and on the knuckle, quite trusted. This car has only 70,000 kilometers on it, so I'm quite surprised that this is required, but it went for the wheel alignment and that's what was recommended. So the lock nut is 15/16, I believe. So since we're replacing this outer tie rod and we don't worry holding this part. So now it's loose. We'll get to this one. This one is 15 mil. In case if it started to spin inside, there's a Allen key space inside this ball joint, basically the tie rod end. So give it a good slam. It's sitting well, considering that we are not interested in saving this ball joint. I'll probably remove that nut. And if you need to save the tie rod end, you just need to remove it. Just a good slam with the hammer like this should take it off. So try. Just like that. Not sure if you saw, but it just dropped. But if you're not keeping that tie rod end, you can just hit directly on top. I don't know what's wrong with this ball joint. This one is actually not too bad. So since we are not touching this lock nut, we won't be counting threads. In case if you need to remove it, maybe you replaced this bellow, this rubber boot. In that case, you would count the threads on the inner tie rod and put your lock nut to the same spot where you removed it. So at this point, we'll just get this out. Okay, before we put the new one back on, we'll grab some anti-seize. I will leave all the links for parts and tools in the description to the video. So please free to check those out. By using those, you support this channel. As well, like and subscribe. So I'm using Moog. It has the grease nipple. Normally when it comes from the store, the grease nipple is removed. We will actually go ahead and install it. so we don't need to play with that while it's on a car. So sometimes there is thread already for those grease nipples. In other cases, it's gonna self-tap in. So this is 7 mil, so just get it in. The beautiful part about those is that you have ability to grease them. So if you grease them regularly, they will last. Right, so now when the tie rod is all the way in, we will push it into the knuckle. There is a nut. It's a castle nut. The other one was lock nut with nylon ring. So we will go ahead and get this tight. So the torque for this one is 35 foot-pounds. This might take a while. Let's grab our little helper and just get it snug. Close enough. So once again, it's 35 foot-pounds, and those Moog use 16 mil nuts. We need socket. Now we need to make sure that our cotter pin gun can get through. Actually, in this case, it is just above that castle nut. So it's not actually serving the purpose. Okay, so what we will do, we'll back this up and give it a washer. So that should bring it up enough so that cotter pin actually serves its purpose. That's much better. So now we can put that cotter pin through and lock it in place. Okay, last thing, we want to get that lock nut tight. So to hold the tie rod, we're using 13/16, and to turn the nut, it's 15/16. This vehicle obviously will need to go for the wheel alignment. Okay, as the next step, we will use grease gun and we will put a few pumps of grease into this tie rod. What you're watching, you just watch this rubber boot to expand a bit, and it's already started to expand. You don't want to overfill it because it will damage it. So that should be enough. As you can probably see, I have moved to the other side of the vehicle, so it's identical on both sides. So because we're using aluminum rims, we want to put some anti-seize on the wheel bearing so it doesn't seize. And then we'll put the wheel back on. You want to make sure that you have your lug nuts handy for this. wheel on. You want to start with the bottom one. That will hold your wheel in place nicely for the rest of the lug nuts. So you just go all the way around. As I mentioned, all the parts and tools are listed below the video in the description, so feel free to check those out. So now we will get the lug nuts snug, and after that we'll torque them. You want to go in a crisscross pattern to get the wheel nicely centered. And as a last step, we will torque it to 100 foot-pounds. And as always, we want to do crisscross pattern. So that should be it. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. And as always, just do it yourself. Take care.